Morning, children. Welcome to English class. This is your teacher Nimra. So open your semester 1 textbook and page number grammar part of your textbook, that is page number 210. So this is the first lesson of your grammar part, that is the sentence. Do you know what is a sentence? No. In English, there are 26 letters where we make frame all the letters into words, and group of words becomes a sentence which gives the complete meaning. So let us see here. Read the following group of words. Here are the jumbled words they have given. Brother is actor and my, which doesn't give, though these are the group of words, this doesn't give you the meaning. So what we have to do, we have to rearrange them and write them in a correct way. That is, my brother is an actor. So this is the way we have to rearrange these jumbled words into a correct sentence. A sentence is a group of words which gives a correct and some meaning of those words. Okay. So here see next one. Twinkle light at the stars. The stars twinkle at night. Our motherland India is. India is our motherland. So we cannot understand the words in the first column. Isn't it what I said? These we cannot understand. But in the second column, the same words have been placed in their proper order. Now we understand what the words mean. These are called sentences. See, what is the definition of the sentence? A sentence is a group of words that has a meaning. That means you have to remember a sentence should follow the following three rules. Words must be placed in a proper order to have some meaning. It should always begin with a capital letter. It should end with a full stop or a question mark or an exclamatory mark. That means you have to start with a capital letter and it should end with a full stop, or it may end with a question mark or with an exclamation. Okay. Now see here. Here are some one word sentences. Though they called it as one word, but these are a sentence which gives the complete meaning of it. See here. Run. That means you have to run. Sit. That means come and sit. Stand. Get up. That means you have to stand up. Come, go, open. These are the one word sentences called. Now, going deeper in a form of sentences, a sentence has two parts, that is, subject and predicate. These are the very important parts of a sentence. What is a subject? Subject means the name of a person, animal, place, or thing we speak about is called the subject. So, for example, you are talking about your mother. Mother cooks food. So, who is cooking here? Mother. That is name of the person. She becomes the subject. Next, what she is doing, that becomes the predicate. See here. What we say about the subject is called the predicate. Now, what I said, mother cooks food. So, mother is becomes the subject and cooks food becomes the predicate, because we are speaking about the subject, that becomes the predicate. So now here we have to analyze two different parts here. Pooja writes a letter. In this, which is subject and which is predicate? See here, Pooja becomes the subject and writes a letter becomes the predicate. Now, the dog is a faithful animal. The birds are chirping. See, you can see starting with the capital letter and ending with a full stop. New Delhi is the capital of India. So, they have given these examples into subject and predicate, like Pooja is the subject, write a letter becomes the predicate. The dog becomes the subject, is a faithful animal. In the same way, the birds, New Delhi becomes the subject, are chirping, and is the capital of India becomes the predicate. Now you have to deeply understand what is subject and predicate. Go through the video once again and understand what is the subject and what is the predicate. Okay, now turn the page. So this is about all the subjects, subject and predicate. Now going to the kinds of sentences. Okay, now there are four kinds of sentences. What are those four kinds? Now we can see. We use sentences for different purposes. Why we use a sentence? To make different statements, different questionings, and all those things we need when we are talking to some other, when we want to communicate with others, we have to make sentences. What are those and how are those and how many kinds are those? Let's learn about. To make a statement, to ask a question, to order or request or advise, and to express a strong feeling of joy, sorrow, surprise, etc. So, for all these things, we need a sentence. Now, first one, to make a statement, that is, it is called as statement or assertive sentence. Remember, children, statement or assertive is the first sentence where we give a clear information about the sentence. The above sentences state something, therefore, we call them statements. They are also called assertive sentences. Now, this is the definition of the assertive sentence. A statement is or an assertive sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. It's a plain sentence. It starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. It is called as assertive sentence or the statement. Next coming questions or interrogative sentence. By seeing this only you can understand that it ends with a question mark. So for example, what is your name? How old are you? Where do you live? So these sentences have finished with a question mark, not with a full stop. So this is called as interrogative sentence. So they are questions. The state above sentences ask someone a question. Therefore, we call such sentences as questions, and also they called as interrogative sentences. And remember, interrogative sentence always ends with a question mark. Don't forget it. So when it ends with a full stop, it becomes an assertive sentence. When it ends with a question mark, it is a interrogative sentence. Now third one, that is command or request or imperative sentence, where this gives a command of a to other person. The above sentences give a command, make a request, or give some advice. Such sentences are called imperative sentences. How it is? See here, we can make it as get out of the class. This is a what it is called as command. It is not a request. Is it a request? No, it is a command by a teacher that you have to get out of the class. Please be quiet. This is a request. Someone is asking you, please be quiet. Don't make noise. So this is a request. And advice, post this letter. If someone is going and you are making, please post this letter. This is also one type of request. Okay, children, this is all about a imperative sentence. Now coming to the fourth one, exclamatory sentence. When you see a sudden feeling of expression which comes out from you, will make a exclamatory mark. That is, see, by seeing this peacock only we say, wow, what a beautiful peacock, isn't it? So we'll give an exclamation after the sentence that makes your exclamatory sentence. See how brave he is. What a lovely flower. Bravo. Well hit. So here it is an exclamatory mark at the end of each sentence and makes it an exclamatory sentence. The above sentences express strong feelings of joy, wonder, shame, surprise, etc. Such sentences are called exclamatory sentences. The exclamatory sentences end with a mark of exclamation. As I said, you hear all exclamatory mark that says the exclamatory mark this is. So this is all about exclamatory sentence. Now you have to write which is a sentence and which is not a sentence in these given sentences. Okay, you have to tick on your own. This is your homework. Now turn the page 214. That is, here they have given the jumbled words and which are not arranged in a proper way. So what you have to do, you have to frame them meaningful sentences. How it is, in the Satki office. Does it gives any meaning? No. What it is? He sat in the office. So this is the correct sentence formation. See, I started with the capital letter and end with the full stop. This is the sentence. The door shut. Is it meaning? No. What it is? Shut the door. So ends with a full stop. So you have to do like this. These all the homework for you. You have to complete the this sentences framing correctly. And next, what I explained about subject and predicate, no, that's the thing here. Here you have to divide the following sentences into subject and predicate and write it here. One I'll be doing for you. See, those mangoes were ripe. What we are talking about? Mangoes. So what are those? Mangoes. Those mangoes were ripe. Okay, this is all about. So you have to write like this and complete it in your textbook. When we ask for the corrections, you have to bring the textbooks for the school for the correction. Okay, okay children, I'll follow you in the next class. Take care, stay safe, stay home.